Welcome to my craft table. Hi, this is Jamie Magrich. Welcome to Jamie's Craft Table. Today I'd like to show you how to make this card. It's fairly simple. It's mostly simple stamping, except I did add some dimensionals and a piece of gold foil. But let's get started. Okay, what we're going to need to make this card today, let me put it over here so you can still kind of see it. We're going to be using the Daisy Delight set. We're going to be using this element, this element, this element, and this flower here. It has a nice thank you sentiment, but I wanted this card to be more generic, so I'm going to use the hello from Good Morning America, or Good Morning Magnolia, excuse me. Alright, for paper, I have a strip of gold paper. It's about 1/2 inch by 4 1/4 inches. I have a piece of Coastal Cabana, which is 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. A piece of Whisper White, which is 2 3/4 by 4. A thick card base, which is 4 1/2, or excuse me, 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored and folded at 4 1/4. So the first thing I want to do is stamp this piece. We're going to be using, for ink we have Pool Party, Old Olive, Pacific Point, and a black ink. Man, I can't find my Memento, so I'm going to be using my VersaFine. I packed it to go away, and I think it's packed still. Okay. The first thing I want to do is stamp the stems. So I'm going to bring in the Old Olive. And I've actually curved my stem onto my block. Just makes it a little bit easier to get a little bit of variation. Okay, so I'm going to stamp one of these here. I'm going to turn much lower. I'm going to stamp one down here. And then over here. And what I'm doing, you'll see there's a leaf here and a leaf here. I'm just kind of trying to stagger those leaves so they're not on top of each other. Okay, then I'm going to come in with this grassy looking one, and I'm going to stamp and then stamp a couple times. Stamp and then stamp a couple times. Okay. Oh, I got the edge of my block there, so it's a good thing it's all grass. It's not going to show too much. Alright, now I'm done with the green ink. And I'm going to bring in the Pacific Point. And I'm going to use the little daisy. I'm going to stamp the little daisy on the tops of these stems. Oh, fiddle. Take your time, make sure you get it down all the way. Well, you know what? I might just turn this over and do it again. Okay, then I'm going to take these that one. I'm going to stamp a few of those down here at the bottom, and I'm going to do it full shade, and then I'm going to stamp over here second shade, Generation. Just trying to line them up with some of those stems. Okay. Then I'm going to take the black ink and I'm going to stamp the hello. Up here at the top. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to put that aside to dry a minute. And I'm going to actually put you on hold and see if I can stamp this correctly without it being double. See how this one's all double. I'll probably use the other side. Okay, so let me put you on hold and I'll catch back up to this point. Okay, I've got that re-stamped. Alright, I'm going to put it aside to dry a minute. I'm going to bring in my card base. I'm going to turn it this way. It doesn't really matter which way it is. I'm going to bring in that daisy again. And the Pool Party ink. Get my bone folder to crease this better so it lays down. Alright, now I'm going to stamp this whole thing with the daisy. I'm going to stamp some of it off. Just turning the daisy here and there as I go. Alright, I'm almost done here. It's alright if some of them overlap, but I just kept going. Almost done here. Make sure you stamp in some off the page. Just makes it look nicer. Awesome, I think that's good. Alright, so put that aside. Close up the ink. The other item that I have is a piece of twine that I have a bow tied in. Bring in these pieces. The back of this, I'm going to put some adhesive. There's my snail. And this gold piece, I'm just going to have a little bit of it showing. And this is just a scrap piece of a piece that I had run through the, what's it called? Subtles embossing folder. It's just a piece of scrap of gold. Okay. And this piece here, I'm going to tear this end. Okay, and this is going to go on top of there, like that. Put it over here and snail on the back. Okay, and I'm going to center, I'm going to leave like 1/8 of an inch over on this side of the Coastal Cabana. Okay, then I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to put some snail on the back. I'm going to put this bow down here towards the bottom. Tack it down in the back. Make sure it's the way I want it. It's kind of, there we go. Should be a little lower. A little bit lower. Okay, I'm going to bring in some snips and cut these ends off. Okay, then I'm going to put dimensionals on the back, and I'm going to put one over the top of my tails here so that they stay put. One in each corner, one in the middle. Okay, take those backs off. Two more. Okay, my memory card got full and my video shut off, so let's go back to it. I just removed all the backs of my dimensionals. I brought in my card base, and I'm just going to put this a little bit more towards the fold side on the front of this card. There we go, there's the card we just did. Here's the card I did previous. Each one's going to be a little bit different depending on where you put your stems. And I would like to thank you for joining me at Jamie's Craft Table. I hope you have a great rest of your day.